Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Between Us. First off, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Diana, and I am currently in my car, which, matter of fact, it is new. I just got it recently, which is something I will be talking about today, and it still doesn't feel like it's mine, but I'll get over that soon. But anyways, to start, I wanted to make this series because I feel like I go through so many things that I always want to talk about or like analyze or just speak about it. And one of my favorite reasons as to why I go to therapy is because my therapist, she loves hearing everything I have to say and she's always laughing and it gives me a slight ego boost, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, so I wanted to create something where I could just have another outlet and also a way to share with people that I'm close with what's going on in my life when we're not always together, like family that's outside of Illinois or friends who like that I have in college that I don't see over the summer, just in general, okay? And I guess I am going to start off with talking about how I all of a sudden have a new car. I have a corporate job and um I don't know when life I would have never thought that I would ever say those words out loud. Because mind you, a car would have been really nice a couple years back. But that's okay. I am really happy with my car. I love it. I gave her the name Orca because it's a Hyundai Kona and it's like a wannabe SUV, but it's also not a sedan. Like it doesn't look like a sedan. It looks more like an SUV, but it's a small baby SUV. But yeah, it's just really cute because it's like it has all the space I need, and it I like the interior, and I did not get leather seats, thank God, because with the sun, especially lately, that would have actually killed me. But anyways, so oh, and the color of my car is black. So it kind of fit, especially because I feel like growing up, I had a really big fascination with orcas. I knew everything about them. I had watched so many documentaries and it just completely fascinated me. Every time I would learn something new, I would just be nonstop talking about it, especially to my grandparents because they're the ones who actually got me like interested. But yeah, that's why we're in Orca right now. That's where you're gonna see me most of the time. I'm also at this really cute little, I guess you could say, forest preserve, and it's honestly so beautiful and nice to just it's really nice to just look at the birds flying right now. But anyways, and it's really calm here, and I really like it. So you're gonna see me here often. But anyways, back to what I wanted to rant about today. I When I first got this car, I we were at the dealership and we were signing all the paperwork and it was actually going through and we were I don't think I got my hopes up because I was scared something was going to make me somehow not get the car because with my luck that's usually how things go. But somehow got the car and we're getting ready to leave and it's my dad's like, "Are you excited to drive it?" It still hadn't hit me yet that I got the car. and I was supposed to drive it out of the lot. And I was like, yeah, yeah, like, can't wait, like, blah, blah, blah. And we get to the car, and he's like, let's take a picture, blah, blah. And then I finally get in. And at first, I'm like overwhelmed because I'm like, oh my God, like, this isn't the Subaru that I'm used to. Like, I need to connect my phone, this and that, which was already really easy. I don't know why I was freaking out, but I think I was just overwhelmed with the idea that, oh wait, shit, like this is actually happening. So we decided to go get food, and I'm driving. I have nothing playing when I'm on my way to where we're gonna go eat because he was in another car. And halfway through the drive, I realized I'm like, wait, why am I not listening to music? That's so not like me. And that was like, I end up finally putting on Spotify and turning on a song. Could not tell you what I played. I don't even think I listened to the song. I think I was really disassociated, would be the word, because I still hadn't been hit with the idea that, oh my God, this is my car. So, flash forward. Um, I don't know why I had to. Oh, well, the thing is, I was really sick when we went to go get my car, and my voice sounded nothing like it does now. It was raspy, it was gone. And so when I got the car, I couldn't really be that excited because I was in absolute, like, misery. So we go back home, and I just go upstairs and I take a nap. And then later on, I take me and my dad for a drive, and like, because we were both low key sick, so that was just our luck. But we're driving, and I still don't think it hit me then that this was my car because I don't even know. I think part of me was like, something is about to happen where I'm gonna get this car or not. Like, this won't be my car anymore. What could have happened? Literally nothing. I don't know. I mean, aside from like the worst, a crash. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, now flash forward to Tuesday. So that I didn't go to work because I it was Memorial Day, so I didn't have work. But on Tuesday, I had to get up at like 7:50 ish, and then get ready. And then I'm getting in my car, getting ready to go to work. And usually I'm waiting for someone to pick me up, come like take me, whatnot. Because I'd been doing Ubers very, very, like, almost the entire time I've been home since school because our Subaru has been in the shop because it's been really broken. So then I'm getting my car, and I'm realizing, oh my God, I didn't even have to wait for anyone. I'm about to start driving. Like, I was up before everyone. Like, this feels really weird. I'm driving, and that's when it hits me. I'm like, oh my God, like, I have a car. Like, this is mine. And I got that same realization when work ended at 6, and I was like, oh my God, this is my car. What do you mean I can come and go whenever I want? Like, it felt really weird, honestly, because it was like so many of the people like around me that I know, they didn't really have to deal with like having a car that was shared between three family members. And like, it wasn't so, I not really many people that I know had to deal with that type of situation. And so like, when I was driving and I was realizing, wow, this is what it must have been like for them, let me tell you, my life would have been a lot different if I had a car a little bit sooner. But then again, I'm not complaining because I'm really lucky, and I'm just really glad it worked out. And yeah. So, now my point with that though is, I've started to like, and I've had this car now for almost a full week, and I am still so surprised at the type of freedom I have with this car. Yes, before I could do whatever I want, like leave, go, be with friends, whatever. But I had to depend on something or someone. And I've always been used to that. And so with this freedom, I was just like, why why does this feel like I'm doing something wrong or something I shouldn't be? Because I don't know, it was just really weird to me. And then like I this whole week it's just been really hard for me to understand why I'm so fascinated with this type of freedom. And like cuz the first time I truly felt like I had freedom, which originally really overwhelmed me and made me really sad. I was like, it was my first month of college, but I was going a month early to be a part of this program. And I, my parents, back when they were together, we came to my dorm and that I was going to be staying at the time. And they dropped me off. And when they said bye, that's when it hit me. Oh my God, what do I do now? And I started to freak out, but thankfully, for my roommate at the time, my goodness, if it weren't for her and her two other friends, I probably might have lost my mind and just stayed holed up in my room. But we ended up all going out and like just having fun, exploring, and it just felt so freeing. And at that point, once we were all together and we were having fun and meeting each other and getting to know each other, I felt like, oh, okay, like, wow, like, this is, I guess, like, the start of me actually, like, I don't know, doing life on my own without supervision sounds kind of weird because I don't mean it like that, but I guess I mean, like, structured in a sense of, like, everything I'm doing, I'm choosing to do it, I have the freedom to do it, and anything that happens because of it is because of me. And I guess that was like the first time I had felt something like that. So when I felt that again with the car and like just in general other moments in my life as of late, like I really I thought back to when I was a child. Let's say around the age of like I don't know, like 9, 10. I started to realize like all the things all the adults were doing and just thinking to myself like, "Oh my god, like one day I'm going to be able to do that. I can't wait for that to happen." Or I can't wait to have a car. I can't wait to grow up and have friends and have my own place and this and that. And I was always just like constantly like, when I grow up, when I grow up, when I grow up, I'll be able to do this, and that. And now I finally can do X, Y, and Z. And now I'm like, oh, like, what now? And it's like, it's overwhelming in the sense that it opens up a lot of new ideas to me, new like just it makes me realize like I growing up, I like was always just told what to do for everything and like I don't know, I feel like having the freedom I do now is great, but sometimes it's overwhelming because I don't know what to do. But slowly, since in the last 2 years of college, I have started to I guess you could say, better know what to do. And like slowly as I go on, like in this last year, I've had to learn a lot because I felt extra. Mm, I felt more alone, even though I wasn't, but it felt like I had to do more for myself because there were so many canon events happening. But that will be talked about at a later date. And I feel like, you know, now, like last night, I love my job and I love the people I work with, and I am truly so lucky to have this job, especially as a sophomore. But one of the things I noticed was like by the time work ends, the drive's like 30 minutes. So I'm getting home 6:30, 6:45ish if I leave at 6. And then after that, eat dinner, and then I shower and go to sleep because then I have to wake back up and do it all over again. And that's not the problem, but the problem feels like it's like, okay, so what free time do I have aside from the weekend, which welcome to adulthood, I guess. But then last night I was like, no, I'm not just gonna do my homework or do homework. Oh, oh my god, it is summer. I'm not doing no. Don't worry, I'm not doing any homework. But last night I went back home. I ate, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my laundry and put it away. Did that, and after that I like changed my sheets, and then like 10:30 comes and it's 11, and I'm usually when I get home I'm already exhausted mentally because it was just a lot throughout the day, but somehow I just like was on autopilot and I just kept going. And by the time I like showered and stuff and got ready for bed, it was like now 11, and I felt really content with that because I've realized that the more you grow up, you are constantly having to make time for all of the things you want and need to do, whether that's seeing friends, doing your laundry, doing any type of personal habit at all. You have to work it in around the things that are already a need slash must need to do. Like, and that, like, especially with friends, like, I work with my best friend and I love it, but it's like, that's not our like fun time. So I guess it's like you still have to, no matter what, make time for the things you actually want to do. And I am starting to now that I'm used to my job, be able to find ways to manage that and work around it so that way I don't feel like, oh, all I'm doing is working and then nothing else. And like even this, I just got off work and went to Culver's. Obviously, you already know me well. So, anyways, back to the topic. I feel like a lot of what I have been feeling lately is growing pains because every time something new happens, or I don't know, like I realize how I'm actually growing up instead of just wishing for it. And I'm like, part of me feels great because I'm finally getting all the things that I hoped for. But then it's like, I'm like, wait, but now what? And I think the reason I keep saying now what is because it's like, now what are my goals though? Or what are the things I'm trying to look forward to? And at first I didn't know, which is what really scared me because I was like, I need a reason to be excited for something, especially cuz I don't know, life has been very difficult, and the things that I find to keep me excited are the only things keeping me going. So, I one of the things right now, shout out to my roommate, Danielle. I cannot wait to decorate our apartment in the coming junior year. I am so excited because we have the cutest little apartment. We have so many ideas that we want to do, and it's gonna be so great because we've been in the dorms for 2 years, but it's our first apartment, and I can't wait to decorate it without feeling like, oh, this is just a dorm or whatnot. Like this is about to be my my first home that's not like family and that's not like school dorm. And I'm really excited for that. And I already have lately I've been really into Smiskies. Don't you? I love them and I have so many already. But I already see like I'm going to get like a frame where I can put like all of them doing like whatever they're doing and like exchange like interchange them or change them every I don't know what the word is. But I can't wait for that. And I just know that like every time we've lived together, we have made our home so special that I just can't wait to see what my next home is going to be. Because as of right now, I'm living with my grandparents and I love it. It's great, but I also just like it's not my home. And I am so grateful that I get to be there. But ever since this past year, I have appreciated having my own true space and like it's just I can't wait for the chance to remake that space and love waking up and I can't wait to cook. All right. Now, you might hear me say I hate cooking. I can't wait to go. I wish I had the dining hall plan again. I could possibly say that, but I would like to think that once I have the ability to do what I'd been hoping for months, I'll actually enjoy doing it. And I know enough things to cook that like I don't the only downside or con to cooking would just be oh like if I'm hungry I can't just instantly get it. I have to like take the time to make it and then eat it. But then again, I guess you shouldn't really be starving yourself and then eating as soon as possible. You should be able to be on a schedule, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But I can't wait to cook. And I can't wait to have our friends over and have space for people. And yeah, I can't wait to be with my roommate again. I cannot wait to live with her. And I am really excited about that. And like every time I get something that I've been wanting, I tend to have something else I'm now waiting for, which is good, which is now removing my what now questions. But I also just feel like, I don't know, would you have told me that, would you have told me, would you have told me 3 years ago that I would be sitting here on this beautiful day by myself in my car after eating Culver's? Would not have believed you. I wouldn't have believed you, and I would have just ended up dreaming about that. Speaking of, okay, so there are these meds that I take, and ever since I've been taking them, let me tell you, the dreams that I have been so surreal. Why am I so bright? That's just not. That's not. There we go. My dreams have been so surreal to the point where it literally feels like I'm actually living through it. And now, that might seem a little, normal, like, oh, like, you don't know if it actually happened or not. No, I literally mean one time I was, I took a nap and I had been texting someone, and in my nap, I dreamt that I woke up from my nap and the person I texted had texted me. And I looked at it, put it down, went back to sleep, and then I woke up from my real nap and realized none of that happened. And and the way I know that none of that happened was because when I read the message in my dream, it like was so it was like a random message, and when I went to go check the messages, it wasn't there. I don't know, it's really weird. And a lot of my dreams are like that lately. And I never used to dream before like I started taking them, at least not this much. Like this is almost like a everyday occurrence, every night occurrence. But anyways, getting back on track. My point is I just I am a very nostalgic person, which you will see and understand more as I continue to post these. But I feel like every time something good happens, it makes me feel for the part of me or the person I used to be that didn't have it before. And I don't know, it's just a really I wish I knew what the word was. I have it on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know it. But moral of the story, I have a job and I have a car and I'm back with Toby. And honestly, life is getting better. I know. Crazy. I don't know. But also, speaking of, for those of you who know me on my Instagram, I had said to write in a Google Doc, in a Google form that I had put the link on my story, and tell me anything you wanted to talk about or wanted me to talk about or hear my take on or go on a tangent about. And so for this week's submission, okay, this one is from an anonymous person, and they said, I want to hear your thoughts on the death of the third place. The third place? I don't know if I'm just stupid and I just don't know what that is, but we're about to look it up. Oh, okay. A third place is a term coined by sociologist Ray Oldenburg to describe community building spaces separate from your home, the first place, and your workplace, the second place. These environments foster social connection, relaxation, and informal conversation. Okay, so now back to this. I want to hear your thoughts on the death of the third place and how it's destroying our social skills. You either have to be at home, at work, or spending $20 an hour just to exist somewhere. Malls are dead. Cafes usually kick you out if you don't pay for something, and everyone is just staring at their phones. Am I crazy, or is this a huge issue for why everyone's anxiety is through the roof? Okay, honestly, though, that does make a lot of sense, and I have thought about that before. I, growing up, wasn't given a lot of space to, like, have much phone time. So, like, for me, the only reason I get anxious for talking to people is mostly just like, will they like me? Will they not? Am I doing something wrong? Just type of, just like, the normal stuff. But I do agree that, like, so much of our generation, and especially the generations, or like the people who were born after me, that we're all so glued to our phones. And we usually, like, after like school or work, we go home, do what we need to, and then we end up just bed rotting. Or at least I do, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like before, there used to be, like, it used to be normal to just go and sit somewhere at the park or something. And even though I feel like people do that now, I feel like usually it's considered like weird if you sit there too long, or suspicious or whatnot. Or like, even like, whenever we are going to do something, I have I have been victim of this. I have literally, like, anytime I am starting to get into a social setting, I will open up my phone and try to distract myself so it doesn't look like I'm not just doing nothing, or I don't look awkward. Now, that sounds stupid, maybe. But it usually does help, because for me, I'm like, oh, people will think I'm busy, I have a purpose, I'm doing something. Even though that doesn't matter and no one cares. And I feel like people used to, like, be able to just exist without feeling like everyone is, like, judging them, and feeling like they can't just be, or even just start up a conversation with somebody. I don't know. I just feel like we use our phones as a shield, especially in social settings. And it definitely is adding to our social anxiety for any of those who have it, any of us who has it. But I don't know. I think because of our phones and social media, we literally we have the social capacity of a wet towel. We hardly know how to not act awkward in a lot of our first conversations with anyone, a coworker, a friend, family, until you feel like you don't have to have that mask on or be perfect. And I just I think what people need more is exposure therapy, which basically translates to when you are around other people, put the phone away. Although that's what I'm saying, but will I do that if my anxiety doesn't take over? But guess what? Guess what? I got convinced by my best friend to go to my high school's graduation. And there's some people I do want to see graduate, and I can't wait to see them. So, but she fully convinced me to go. But part of the reason why I wasn't sure if I wanted to was because of my anxiety. And I just thought, oh, like, I don't want to feel out of place. The school's so different now. And I was just like, maybe it's just best if I don't. But she convinced me. And I'm going to go. And I'm going to try to not be on my phone. In scenarios where I feel like I need it to protect or shield or act like I'm busy or something, you know? I don't know. That's wow, I talk a lot with my hands. So I totally agree with you. And I guess just, yeah, you're not going crazy. Um, our technology has definitely gotten the best of us. And I also think I think it might get worse from here on out, but don't let, I mean, I don't know. What would I know? I don't know. But I also think that somehow we are all so connected yet so far apart from each other with messages or social media. And like, I feel like I talk to maybe what, like 5, 4 to 5 people every day, or at least as like the most like consistently. And but even when I do, they are usually calls, and if it's texting, it's mostly like update stuff. But in terms of like actual conversations, I do like calls. I love FaceTime. And it's actually really funny because I got my best friend to, she didn't like FaceTiming, but now that's all we do. So I feel like that's one way that I have kept human contact at its finest for myself. But I don't know. I think on the days when I do talk to a lot of new people, it feels refreshingly good because I'm connecting with so many more people than I usually do on a daily basis. And it feels like I'm expanding my world, or what I know of it. But yeah. So thanks to whoever sent that in. And for every episode of the series, I will be doing a like a submission for each one, maybe one or two. I don't know. So if you'd like to hear my take on anything, drama, situation, advice, I am willing to listen, read, and it's a safe space. I will keep the Google form um, under each video description as well as in my YouTube bio. So it'll be open whenever. So feel free. And yeah, I will go down the list with every single video. So you can submit as many times as you want. You can submit once or never. It doesn't matter. But I will keep talking as much as I did today. And I also wanted to thank everyone for listening. I was a little nervous to do this. And I mean, honestly, this was kind of fun, actually, and actually really peaceful. And yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do this once a week, unless life gets really exciting, and I'll do it twice a week. Yeah, actually, I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.